Race 1 of the 2025 Acerbis Italian round gets underway. Razgatlioglu with a fast start. Good one from the second row of the grid from Alex Lowe's as well. It's a pretty long run towards turn 1, and then it's heavy braking. Watch out for the pinch point here. We've seen incidents into the past. The slowest corners on the circuit, turns 1 and 2. Most of the field seem to have filtered through well. They're 3 abreast. Further back, Bautista collects Andrea Locatelli, and Michael van der Mark's gone down as well. Bautista survives unscathed, but it's going to cost him a lot of time. Much more costly, though, for Locatelli and van der Mark on lap number 1.
Yeah, Alvaro looks like he's dropped down to about 15th or 16th as we pan through this, and a great start from Bulega to get the whole shot. Let's see how long it takes for Toprak to attack him.
Nicolò Bulega hitting the front then on lap number 1 ahead of Toprak Razgatlioglu. Petrucci holds station in 3rd. It was a good initial jump from Alex Lowe's, but he couldn't take it anywhere. He stays in 4th position. Sam Lowe sits in P5. So Sam already making good progress. Remember, originally only qualified down in 9th on the grid.
Yeah, Sam made sure he was on the inside line into turn 1 just to avoid as much of that trouble as you possibly can. We saw what can happen further down the field.
Problem is, as much as you're on the inside into turn 1, you can then find yourself attacked into turn 2, and that's where the incident was on this lap number 1. Bautista there, as you said quite rightly, filtering through in 16th position at the moment. So a lot of work to do for Bautista. He originally started in 10th place. That's Jonathan Rea up to 6th position. That's a great start for Rea, ahead of the likes of Montella, Lecuona, Gardner and Gerloff rounding out your top 10 on lap number 1.
Yeah, you can see here for Lecuona from the second row of the grid needs to come through, and Yari Montella, is he going to make it into the last corner or wait down that start finish straight? You'd expect to see Sam Lowe's attack Alex Lowe's down in towards turn 1 as well.
Start of lap number 2 then. Bulega still leading ahead of Toprak Razgatlioglu. Bit of a gap opening up already to Danilo Petrucci. Under heavy braking into the first turn. Razgatlioglu not close enough to Bulega to make the pass through there.
See, the yellow flags are still out as they move some of those bikes around at turn 1 and turn 2.
As we see Alex Lowe's versus Sam Lowe's here for 4th position. When Sam joined the paddock, he said he hadn't had too many opportunities to race with his brother. He might be relishing this one, but he'll want to clear him as quickly as possible to go after Danilo Petrucci and challenge for another podium. Of course, Sam Lowe's has already been a podium finisher for the first time in World SBK this season, with a 2nd place in the Superpole race at the Dutch round. 2 top 5 finishes last time out in Cremona.
And this is a really big opportunity for the likes of Petrucci as well. With Bautista so far down the field, you can make up a lot of points on him in the battle for 3rd in the championship. Locatelli's already out of it as well, so this is a good chance for Petrucci on that number 9 machine.
Great first sector on lap number 2 for Jonathan Rea, and he's got right back on the tail of Sam Lowe's now. Just a couple of tenths of a second between them for 5th and 6th positions as we see the carnage once again on the opening lap.
Yeah, and you can see Van der Mark and Locatelli there just getting pinched into that section. Have a look and see if we can really see the full extent of it with Bautista as well. It's just everyone comes in together into that section, and it's track design as much as anything that leads to incidents like this.
Up at the front, Bulega still leads Razgatlioglu by 2 tenths. Petrucci half a second back. Alex Lowe's another half a second down, and Sam Lowe's has drifted away from his brother, so it's closest from 5th down to 7th places at the moment. Sam Lowe's, Jonathan Rea and Iker Lecuona as we come through to complete lap number 2.
Just to say for Bautista as well, that's 3 rounds in a row that he's had those first lap incidents.
Jonathan Rea under attack into turn 1 from Iker Lecuona, tries to immediately respond, but there's no way through there, and his front wheel almost touches Iker Lecuona's rear, and the Honda's up into 6th position. Jonathan Rea with a storming start though, he's still running P7.
Yeah, still coming up from the 5th row of the grid, so Rea able to give himself the chance. Look at Toprak now though, in the change direction, he set himself up to be nice and close to Bulega to attack into turn 10.
Nicolò Bulega has led the opening 2 laps of this race, but it's Toprak Razgatlioglu who is certainly the favourite here. Just quick word on Alvaro Bautista. He's still down in 14th place as he tries to recover. He's just past Dominic Egerter.
Yeah, you can see in this part of the track, this is where from the exit of turn 10 towards turn 13, Bulega has a little bit of an advantage, but Toprak, this change of direction, so good again, and you can see how much faster he is than Bulega. He needs to take advantage of that and move himself through. Down in towards turn 20, down in towards turn 1, that's whenever he'll need to try and make his move and just make it as quickly as he can and try and open up that gap.
Nothing to choose now between Nicolò Bulega and Toprak Razgatlioglu. Top 2 in the championship. It's Bulega who you'd expect to be on the back foot here at the Autodrom Most. He's never won at this venue. Toprak Razgatlioglu dominated a year ago. Through turn 20, Bulega a little bit deep. Razgatlioglu with the tighter line. It might be under braking in towards turn 1 if he can stay close enough here. At the beginning of lap number 4, we ride on board with Nicolò Bulega. You'll see the gap close, under braking. It is the highest brake pressure of the season in towards turn 1 here at the Autodrom Most. But Bulega's opened just enough daylight to see off Razgatlioglu's challenge for now.
Yeah, it just holds him off, and you can see again through turn 2 there just how quick Toprak is. During the free practice sessions, Toprak through turn 1 and 2 was around about 0.2 of a second faster than most of the other riders out there, so that's where his bike's working very well. This is Remy Gardner taking his ride through penalty, but on the change of direction, let's see again, Bulega a little bit wide through that compared to Toprak, but nowhere to go for Toprak right now. It'll just be a case of, do you want to take a stab down the inside? At this stage of the race, no point to do that for Razgatlioglu, but we saw last time around into turn 13 and 15, Toprak very close to Bulega. We'll see if the same can be the case again on this lap.
Yes, as you say, single file through the southern loop. Toprak Razgatlioglu will close towards the next of our action hotspots, turn 15. Worth keeping an eye on Nicolò Petrucci in the background of your shot there, because Petrucci was able to set a new personal best last time around. He's had new personal best first and second sectors on this lap number 4, and he's just staying with them. He's had great pass results here in Most, of course, and going for another podium here as Toprak Razgatlioglu attacks the tail of Nicolò Bulega in towards turn 20. This is the closest that Razgatlioglu has yet been. Bulega goes defensive. Will that give Toprak the opportunity then back in towards turn 1 next time around? Good placement of his Ducati thus far from Nicolò Bulega to hold on to top spot. Next overtaking opportunity is into the first bend then. Has Razgatlioglu got the run off the final turn at the end of lap number 4? Just 1/10 of a second in it between them. And Toprak will now try to outbrake and scare Nicolò Bulega back into turn 1. Bit of a moment for Toprak, but he does get it stopped. And Razgatlioglu, after trailing the Ducati for 4 laps, finally sees daylight in front of him and leads at the Autodrom Most again on lap number 5.
Yeah, Toprak just making sure he's able to take advantage of that. Bulega had a small bobble on the change of direction through 16 and 17, and that's what allowed Toprak to come nice and close to him down in towards turn 20. But you can see there again for Razgatlioglu in that section of the track, he was the rider running deep into the change of direction that time. He's pushing as hard as he can be.
Quick word on Sam Lowe's getting through on Alex Lowe's for 4th position. You could see the Mark VDS bike up ahead of his brother. The gap to Nicolò Petrucci is 1.7 seconds in the battle for the podium places.
Yeah, came through on the run down in towards turn 1 as well. Lost a bit of time for Petrucci last time, around 1/2 second. So now with clear air in front of him, we'll see what Sam can do.
Further back, Alvaro Bautista now up into 12th position, has also passed Bahatin Sofoglu, and next on his agenda is Garrett Gerloff. You've got a train now from 7th place down. Gary Montella leads Jonathan Ray by 3/10, Vierke 2/10, Bassani, Gerloff, Bautista, and Sofoglu now has dropped away from that group since being passed by Alvaro Bautista. So Bautista with a big group of riders, and the quicker he can get through on them, you can see Bautista there, the yellow helmet at the back of a group of 6, the better his chances of really making some progress into the top 5 in the second half of this race.
Yeah, and for Alvaro, just so many riders to come through at this stage, and fast riders as well. You can see there for Xavi Vierge just trying to push on as much as he can, but it's really difficult out there. We saw in the Super Sport race how easy it is to have a moment and a mistake for riders.
Alvaro Bautista passing Garrett Gerloff into turn 1. This is the start of lap number 6, so another place gained for Bautista, having of course been relegated back to 16th position in the 3 abreast and 2-rider crash chaos of turn 2 on lap number 1. Big moment there from Bautista. Next in line for him is Axel Bassani, that'll bring him into the top 10.
Yeah, what's interesting at the front though is Bulega 0.2 of a second slower than Petrucci and Lowe's last time around, so we'll see if they're able to bring themselves back towards the Aruba Ducati.
Sam Lowe's, having dispatched his brother Alex, was able to set a new personal best last time around. And as you say, Petrucci faster than Bulega as well. Bulega stabilised his pace on this lap, going with Razgatlioglu. And just a couple of 10ths of a second between them. The longer, of course, he can latch on to Razgatlioglu and keep that pace, the more difficult it will be for him to drop through the field. And that, we said right at the top of the programme, was the key to this race and to this weekend. Bulega scoring as many points as possible, making sure that he doesn't come to Toprak's favourite tracks and lose big points.
Yeah, and for Razgatlioglu, you said it earlier, that he said yesterday that even though he's got the speed, it's not going to be a case of being able to use it all the way through a race. And look at Bulega and the job he's doing here in the first quarter of this race to be able to stick with Toprak and keep him honest.
And Petrucci as well, keeping them honest, just maintaining the gap. The problem is the pace is so good at the front of the field that Petrucci is not really able to gain in any ground. It's 1 1/4 set.